How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and enemies everywhere? I am your host, Omer Q. This is the most interactive wrestling show on the interweb. This is Wrestling with Omer. I know. I'm not on time. It's a meme. Okay, before we get into anything else, I will address this. There's controversy because I saw some of the chats. When I originally scheduled that, it was supposed to be for today. Wasn't my intention now to have that be scheduled for Thursday. I only noticed that like last night, and by the time I noticed that, then other stuff started popping off in general in the world, so I was kind of distracted. So apologies. But I am here now. Now I am here, and we've got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. Why'd you cut your beard again, bro? Just trim it. Well, look. Here's the thing. Sometimes, once a year I always cut it. Number one, because I like to see it grow back. I like it. Like my favorite part of having a beard is when you're in that phase of just before it gets thick. Like that's when it looks really nice. But on top of that, I also like to moisturize like once a year, like really get a deep moisture. Get that moisture deep in there. There we go, Wall Street Money. That's your new meme for me. But yeah, no, I like to moisturize like once a year, do a deep cleanse there of my face, make sure that I got no like insane acne popping off or nothing. So, yeah. It'll grow back in like a week. I'm not that worried about it. But I am worried about all the wonderful news we got in the wacky world of professional wrestling. We got Stone Cold Steve Austin doing a potential return to WWE. I'll give you guys the details about that. We also have Kota Ibushi returning last night on AEW Collision and looking fantastic, by the way. Shout out to Kota. We also got to talk about that pipe bomb, a parody, whatever we want to call it, that happened on Friday Night SmackDown. I'm going to give you my big thoughts about that. Having watched it back now, I have some thoughts. So you'll get those, and I want to hear your thoughts as well. As you guys know, it's a fan interactive show, so leave a chat. We'll get to it. If you want to guarantee your question or statement is read out and answered on the air, leave a super chat. Before we get to that, though, be sure to smash that thumbs up. I would be remiss. If I didn't at least mention some of the stuff that's happening in the world. And I know this is like this is gonna be a distraction, I promise, from like everything that's happening there. The only thing I will say at the top here is that we, as in general, have been lied into a bunch of wars prior to this. Iraq being the most recent, Vietnam being another prominent example of this. And it is going to happen again. It is happening right now. Consent is being manufactured for it. And all I will say, because I have whatever audience I do have, do not go into that temptation. Do not allow it to take over you. And don't give in. Because the fact of the matter is, there is no reason, especially for the United States, to become involved in a war. There is no reason. There is no justifiable cause for it. It is all done in the interests of rich people. It's all done in the interests of a war lobby that really, really wants more war and more death and more destruction, unnecessary death, unnecessary destruction. Don't give in. Also, free Palestine. All right. Let's get into the show now. By the way, shout out to Sami Zayn. Thoughts on The Undertaker being in talks to join the creative team. Are you interested about it? Generally, I mean, sure. Why not? Like, The Undertaker, I'm not sure what kind of, like, creative... I'm not sure what he thinks, like, creatively. I know he's an old school guy, pardon the pun. But at the same time, I haven't really seen what his wrestling philosophy is. Is he going to be old school in like what I would say is a good way? I know a lot of people don't like Jim Cornette, but I did enjoy like a lot of his booking when he was booking Ring of Honor, but is it going to be like that, or is it going to be, the Fed version of that? And if it's the WWE version of that, I think it's going to be bad. Because right now, the way the WWE is constructed, I just don't think that it is conducive to good booking. I just don't think it is. All right. And all right, cool. All right, let's get into more stuff here. What do we have here? CM Punk selling for selling for 6 minutes is diabolical. Yeah, let's talk about that. So, on SmackDown, we had one of the best, as you know, I will say this, the best, by far, the best segment on of John Cena of this entire run. And it ain't even fucking close. The best segment of John Cena in this entire run. You had CM Punk laid out through a table with the Slim Jim logo prominently displayed, which I do think that played a big part into the way they shot this, because CM Punk is laying there while John Cena is cutting a version of the pipe bomb. You probably all seen it by now. I think it's got like 2 million views or something on WWE's YouTube channel. But CM Punk's just laying there selling this table spot. And I'm thinking, I'm like, looking back, this is an obvious parody of the pipe bomb. Back then, CM Punk and John Cena were doing the same thing. John Cena was the one laid out on the table, but it was like in the ring and Punk was on the stage. So there was a bit of separation between the two, and it wasn't as I think weird as this kind of came across in the way they shot it. Because the way they shot this was essentially Punk was in the ring, Cena was on the top rope, and Punk, who, by the way, is taking spots on steps, who's taking spots on ladders, who's taking spots, on tables. You're telling me for 6 minutes he's just knocked out. So that's the weakness, right? That's the weakness. All right, we put CM Punk through a table, and boom, you win a match. 1, 2, 3. Everyone who faces CM Punk should be doing that. No, I'm not actually gonna belabor that point, but anyway, it was 6 diabolical minutes, I will say. But then Cena goes on to cut what I think is the best promo of his heel run. Not even close. It's the only, in my opinion, outside of the first spot, the actual turn at Elimination Chamber, it is the best thing that Cena has done in this last run. By far, not even close. Nothing else outside of the actual turn is even in the same stratosphere. Everything that Cena has done up until this point after turning heel has been trash. But this is what I talked about, man. This is what I talked about. If there was one person who could get Cena and bring him out of this funk, it would be CM Punk. Because say whatever you want about Punk, say whatever you want about what he's done, say whatever you want about the way he's potentially acted in the past, the man is an enigma like no other, and he just brings a different gear out of his opponents. That is just fact. Okay, so Cena cuts a promo, and it's essentially a reversal of the pipe bomb, and he's talking about how CM Punk sold out. He represents TKO more than anything. I'm obviously calling back to CM Punk's promo on Raw a couple of weeks ago. And then he calls Punk a millionaire. He says, "You are no longer the voice of the voiceless. You are greedy." Just runs him down. And in many ways, calls out the very true hypocrisy of the CM Punk character and of Phil Brooks himself. And they blurred the lines very well here. I think that where it didn't land as well with me was, Cena's delivery is what it is. He's going to be this really dumb, you know, whatever, like, child. I think, like, he's a child, right? Like, that is the John Cena character. He is basically a 50-year-old child. But he's always gonna have that same delivery, which is whatever. That's fine. What's up, Frank? Hopefully you're doing well. But he's always gonna have that same delivery. And then he proceeds to name drop Nick Nemeth, Claudio Castagnoli, and Matt Cardona. To which and that's obviously a callback to when CM Punk was doing the pipe bomb and he called out Colt Cabana, his former best friend. I thought overall this was really awesome. This did more to sell me on their match than anything, although nothing's going to make me actually watch that match live because I don't watch Saudi propaganda shows. Needless to say, I think that this was fantastic. Now, here's the thing. If WWE really wanted to break through here, and look, I understand they wouldn't do this because it's modern day WWE, everything's so sanitized, everything's so whatever, and they don't want to give any credence to the other company. But what I might have done in that situation, if I'm John Cena, get some extra buzz around this, call back to arguably CM Punk's best rival in the modern day, MJF. I would have been like, "Hey MJF, how you doing?" Like, and they wouldn't do that, even though like they called out Claudio, which I was like, okay. I mean, if you can call it Claudio, I mean, just go home. Like, you already called out like the star in AEW. If you're gonna do that, I would just go for the biggest one. Hey Claudio or hey Maxwell Jacob Friedman, how you doing? Like that would have gotten people talking. Didn't happen. It is more of a personal preference than anything, but I'm sure that Cena is close to Claudio, and maybe that's the parallel they're trying to do. Just like CM Punk and Colt Cabana used to be close, and then Punk called him out. Regardless, fantastic stuff. My biggest worry here, though, and it is a lingering one, is man, oh man, CM Punk sure does look like a hypocrite here, and maybe that's the story they're telling. Because Punk is no longer the voice of the voiceless. He is there is no one. I used to say that Seth Rollins was Mr. WWE. I think CM Punk has taken that flag, that Fed flag, and like ran with it farther than Seth Rollins even did. And that's not an inherent like flaw or whatever, but CM Punk is the biggest company guy that WWE has right now. He is extremely diplomatic in the way that he goes about things in WWE, especially when you compare it to the way he acted very publicly in AEW. He's extremely diplomatic. Doesn't talk about beef. He doesn't talk about feuds. He doesn't talk about any of that. He compliments Triple H at every turn. He boasts about, like being at like, Titan Tower and all that. Like he is Mr. WWE, man. And the fact of the matter is, he is no longer like that punk rock guy. He's a millionaire. Cena's right. So if John Cena is right, is John Cena the heel for pointing out that the star that a lot of people enjoy is a massive hypocrite and no longer what he allegedly stands for? Or is it like, well, no, CM Punk likes WWE and because he's the babyface? What is it, man? What is it? Michelle in the chat, were you surprised that John Cena called Claudio by name and not just called him Cesaro because they're against mentioning AEW in Happy Gilmore? Well, they're not against mentioning AEW in Happy Gilmore. They were against having MJF, an AEW star, in the trailer that they promoted on Raw. Because remember, Becky Lynch is also in that movie as a cameo. Meanwhile, MJF is like, a proper character in that movie as Happy Son. But yeah, I mean that's like a WWE special. Like I feel like no one should be surprised by that. They don't want to give MJF any hype until he potentially comes there. Triple H, Fiend, global brand. CM Punk brings the best out of his opponents. I agree. I 100% agree. I think Punk is like one of those guys where if like, oh man, I have to work with Punk, like that's when you're like, there's a certain standard you have to meet. I was like, and it's like weird because it's an in-ring and a promo standard that I think is very rare. It's very rare because there's a lot of guys and girls for that matter that when you see stars in the ring with them or working programs with them, where it's like, like let's say Roman Reigns, for example. That promo wise, you have to, and like storyline wise, you have to like do a lot more work. But in the ring, it's like whatever. You don't have to work hard in the ring. With Punk, you do, and obviously on promos, you do. And Punk is like that rare guy where it's like you have to do both really well. And if you don't, you are going to get called out for it because you are going to stick out like a sore thumb because that's just how good Punk is. Like he is really, really, really good. Cena called Punk for being a hypocrite and Cody for being protected. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Tell me when I'm telling, or tell me when we're hearing lies, fam. Tell me when we're hearing lies, fam. I think that, Cody being protected is also. Did you guys see that Cody and Punishment Martin? I mean, what's his name? Damian Priest. Did you see that Cody Damian Priest podcast? It was really good. I took a listen to it, and it was a really, really fun podcast. It was like, usually Cody's podcasts are just like, like whatever, like, like it's like, okay, yeah, brother, we up and down the road stories, whatever. This was like one of the ones where it's like I felt it was the most real. And like Cody like does a decent job of like being real in specific moments, but like this is the one where I was like listening to it all the way through. It felt extremely real all the way through. I highly recommend you guys go take a listen. Oh wait, what do we got here? What do we have here? Guys, be sure to smash that thumbs up, subscribe, all that jazz. I think we got a Brie Bella sighting. It looks like Brie Bella. So here we go. This is interesting. Brie Bella at the Kids' Choice Awards on a potential WWE return.
Return? Is that any truth to that? Maybe. I mean, I would love to return. But, I'm kind of waiting for that call still. Nikki got the call. Brie didn't.
What a worker. And I'm not even talking about Brie. I'm talking about, bro. What a worker. What a worker. Nikki got the call. I didn't. Amazing.
I know. So, I didn't change my number. If you guys wanted to know, it's still.
Is that
I need is a
Birdie?
phone call, and that can happen.
Yo, honestly, shout out to Birdie. Getting checks from AEW, getting checks from the Kids' Choice Awards, getting checks from WWE. Shout out to Birdie.
That's right. Return? Is that any truth?
That's interesting. I think, Brie will be back at some point, right? She has to be. Team Liv or Team Alexa? Alexa Bliss should face Nikki Bella. Liv is not going to be ready anytime soon. She's out for a couple of months with this very legitimate shoulder injury. Yeah. Unfortunate, man. And it's extremely unfortunate for those WWE women's tag titles because it feels like something always happens. Like, they let those titles linger, they forget about them, and then when they really, really need a program for those titles, someone gets injured or whatever. And the booking of those tag team titles deserves its own video. Kind of related to what the war stuff I was talking about at the top. We got this from Sean Ross Sapp. I've asked WWE in an official capacity if the Iran strike will cause adjustments to their WWE Night of Champion plans in Saudi Arabia. I've not heard back. I'll let you know. So, yeah. We'll see what happens there. Those titles are cursed. The tag titles are definitely cursed at this point. You're far pressed for me to find something that would make me not see it that way. I mean, I want them to work. It's just like, dude, every time something freaking happens. Michelle says, how would you book WWE and AEW crossover show? I mean, in a fantasy world, I would. I don't think y'all want to know what I would book. Yeah, some of y'all would not be happy with the way that I would book that show. Because, bro, I'm telling y'all right now, off the rip, Kenny Omega is going over Roman. Kenny Omega. Like, the match is Kenny versus Roman. Don't get me wrong. The match is Kenny versus Roman. That is, like, my big money match. Kenny versus Roman. On the flip side, I would love to see Seth Rollins versus Ospreay. There's like a lot of real life heat that could be built up there that I think would be cool to play off of. Give me a Rollins versus Ospreay. Give me Tony Storm. You know, this is a really interesting matchup. Like, I don't know, maybe I want to see him. Give me Tony Storm versus Rhea Ripley. Actually, no. Sorry. I did that wrong. Rhea Ripley versus Chris Statlander. Yes. Tony Storm. All right. Tony Storm versus Charlotte Flair in a clinic. That would be an absolute clinic. Give me Mercedes versus Stephanie again. I don't care if they've wrestled already. Give me that again. And give me. I mean, I guess the Elite versus New Day. The Young Bucks versus New Day. That's another one you could do. Like, there's a lot of dream matches between those two companies that could take place. For what it's worth, like MJF versus CM Punk again. Like, people still want to see that. It's Ricochet versus anyone on that roster. Ricochet versus Javon Evans. Give me Ricochet versus Javon Evans. You got to settle in the ring, brother. Settle it in the ring, brother. All right. So the other thing we got to talk about is one of the craziest things that I did not think I was going to see, but we did. Ladies and gentlemen, he is back. Kota Ibushi has returned to All Elite Wrestling. One of the greatest wrestlers of the 2010s, one of the most insane human beings of all time to enter professional wrestling, Kota Ibushi made his return last night in Kent, Washington on AEW Collision. The world may be crumbling. Wars may be starting. But Kota Ibushi returning means that everything is going to be all right. By God, look at the shape this man is in. All right, look. You want to talk about who was it? Still getting top 10 Zesty moments video. You're going to get top 10 Zesty right here because that is a sexy man. I don't care what you guys say. I don't care how that comes across. Look at that. Look at that man. Like, now I see why Kenny Omega, I see it. That is not, in all seriousness, this is not like the Kota Ibushi we got in his original 2023 run with AEW, where his body was beaten down. He has had like a year and a half basically to recover. He has had a year and a half at this point to get back into shape, and he looks ready. The way he was landing those kicks, the way he was moving in the ring, it really made me feel like we were getting Kota Ibushi of old. Like, by God. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, we're not playing nothing now. Come on now, Twitter. Like, look at the movement. Oh, we're not playing nothing now. Come on now. Come on now. I'm playing. I am playing very, very loose with the copyright gods right now. But by God, Kota Ibushi's back. It's fantastic. They're obviously doing this not only to reintroduce Kota in a big way, but also lead up to All In, Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada. And apparently we're getting Kota on Dynamite, which means we might be building up to a match that I have wanted to see again for a long, long time. Kota Ibushi versus Kazuchika Okada. And the fact of the matter is, folks, we might get that on a random episode of Dynamite. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. As you guys know, I am a New Japan mark. Especially like 2010s. I mean, really all Japan. But 2010s New Japan was so my jam. Because WWE was trash. And I just remember, man, like when I got into New Japan, I was so happy watching those matches. And Kota Ibushi was a big part of that. The Golden Lovers with their patented finishing maneuver of the Golden Shower, one of the greatest wrestling moves of all time. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. I cannot wait to see what Kota does. Probably a Dynamite 300. Yeah. Because that's like coming up in 3 weeks? I'm pretty sure it's coming up in 3 weeks, right? Because they're at episode 297. Am I making it up? How many episodes of Dynamite have there been? How many? Tell me, internet. There have been 298. Okay. So it's 2 weeks, actually. Actually, no, 3 weeks. Because this coming week's going to be 290. So it is 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks! Potentially. I don't know. We're fantasy booking here on the fly. And if you think we're not, we got another thing coming. So yeah, they got 298 right now. So that means 2 weeks. Potentially, we could see Kota versus Kazuchika Okada. Oh my goodness, man. The nostalgia. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Keep your rockin', Steve Austin. I'm gonna say we'll talk about Steve Austin in a second. But keep that. Taker versus Shaw. Keep that. All right, keep that. Kota versus Okada. I'm just playing. No. There is, okay, in all seriousness, there's not been an Okada Kota Ibushi match that has lived up to Taker versus Shawn. But still, let me gas it up. What do we got here? We got Jahan Cena saying, "How did you like my pipe bomb?" That's actually really funny. You're supposed to be invisible in the profile picture. That's good. I thought it was good. Best thing you've done, Jahan. Best thing you've done. Cena not running a G1. Yo, I'm all right. Do y'all want to see? I don't think y'all want to see this version of John Cena run a G1. 2016, I'm going to pull out Canadian Destroyers and Ushigoroshis, John Cena, and Springboard Stunners. Give me that, John Cena, in the G1, and have him lose in the third round. Don't give me that. Don't give me this. I don't want to see this guy wrestle in general. Bro, I'm gonna be so real with y'all. John Cena would have been better off. It's not just that he's bad at wrestling. I could deal with Cena being bad at wrestling in his final run and respect it. But bro, having him go out there and do this bullshit heel run that nobody cares about, that gets no heat, that is absolute trash and an abomination. Come on. Nobody cares about this. Nobody cares. He would have been better off coming out doing the wave. My last time in Toronto. It would have been much better. I would have respected it more. They are insulting the fans' intelligence. End this experiment. Cody needs to win the King of the Ring and then beat John Cena at SummerSlam, and then let Cena ride it out, be like, leave the memories alone. I'm the doctor of thugonomics. The old John Cena. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, peak in-ring John Cena. When he was having those matches with AJ Styles. Give me 2016. I just figured out how to wrestle John Cena, and I only have 3 years of this. That's it. Give me that one in the G1. Oh, no, you don't like me. Oh, no. Oh, no. Does this mean we're going to get another boring promo to open Raw and waste one of your dates? Oh, no. Yeah, you people don't like me. Nobody care about that, bro. Nobody care about this John Cena run. It's trash. It's garbage. Shout out to you, though, John. I love you. Sami Zayn will beat Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Inshallah. Inshallah. Bro. Say wallahi. Say wallahi, bro. Like, I really need, bro, I need something to be happy about. I need something to be happy about. Say wallahi. Like, a Sami Zayn World Championship run is, like, genuinely one of the few things that would get me to go to a WWE show. I'm going to go to John Cena's last show. Whatever that pay-per-view is going to be in December, I'm going to that last show. But, like, no, like, if John Cena wins, man, like, or sorry, if Sami Zayn has a chance to win, man, I'm there. I'm there. If you dad to change WWE, if you had to change WWE creative, who would you pick? Triple H, Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, Shawn Michaels, or The Rock? All right. We're immediately disqualifying Shane McMahon. I know people like to think about Shane, but he has not run creative in any capacity in well over like a decade. So I will take him out immediately. Steph, I'm taking out because I'm just not sure what she would look like in that capacity. The Rock we're taking out because, bro, like, don't give that man no creative control. No, it is no. I think Triple H, when left to his own devices and no TKO influence, is good. Same with Shawn Michaels. I think the reason why you're seeing Shawn Michaels shine a little bit more is because he has more of a leash than Triple H does. And I think Triple H has capitulated to the TKO mentality. Like, if we're being honest, Shawn Michaels, if he were in Triple H's seat right now, I don't know how he fares because I don't know how long until he just gets jaded by the TKO mentality of we need IP. We need to push IP over storylines. We need to push social media moments over storylines. We need to push, marketing over storylines. I think it is just a virtue of being in that seat as the head booker of the main roster of WWE. You are damned if you do. You are damned if you don't. The only thing that will change WWE creative is getting rid of this mentality that social media moments matter more than good storylines. Getting rid of this mentality that extracting value is the main priority over telling good stories that people want to spend money on. WWE does not care about storylines in 2025. They care about your money. That is it. Period. Every company, I will say this, every company cares about your money. But others at least go about it in a better way as far as actually trying to deliver value for you, the consumer. I don't think WWE does that. Right now, at least. What happened to Shane joining AEW? It didn't happen. He wanted creative control. Apparently. And Tony was like, we're not doing that. So I'm going to ghost you. All right, what do we got? Suds Faction versus Death Riders versus House of Torture, Anarchy in the Arena. I would rather watch The Fiend versus Seth Rollins on loop for a week in Hell in a Cell than watch that match once. I'll make sure Darby be the one to dethrone Moxley. That will ruin wrestling.
I am going to ruin wrestling.
Yep. You're damn right. I saw someone on TikTok say TKO fatigue. Yeah, no, man. Fucking tired of it. Really tired of it. I think we're all really tired of it. That TKO fatigue is real. That TKO fatigue is real, man. Like, Jesus Christ. This is all about extracting value. Mark, I don't know. How many more Mark Shapiro quotes do I need to let extract as much value for our shareholders? I fuck shareholders, man. Fuck shareholders. Fuck you if you're a TKO shareholder. No, I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out. No. Now you got Big Om crashing out. Now Omer's out. Hold up. I don't got the sunglasses, so Big Om can't make an appearance. But nah, man, this is. I'm so sick of extracting value, bro. Give me a good fucking show. Give me good wrestling. Give me something. Trash all around, bro. The only reason I still watch WWE right now is because they have some of my favorite wrestlers. Sami Zayn right now is the main reason I watch WWE. CM Punk is one of the main reasons I watch WWE. Like Julia, Roxanne, they're a core set of stars that I really enjoy to see their stuff, but the wrestling is garbage. The storylines, for the most part, are absolute hot ass. Like, they are not trying. They are on easy mode. 5 matches per pay-per-view, and 3 of them are filler. What are we doing? Fucking UFC prelims up in that bitch. Like, what are we doing? Come on, man. And you know what? Yeah, bro. Outside of that one segment, SmackDown was a bad show. Horrible. Yeah, it was a tragedy. Next question. Someone said they applied for New Japan now. They are in the House of Torture. That's unfortunate. Anyone who has the misfortune of joining the House of Torture, that is unfortunate. I called Tony Khan a fanboy, and somebody got mad. I mean, like I think Tony would be the first one to tell you. I don't know, he is a bit of a fanboy. That's just the truth. But I mean, that's kind of like what has helped him work, because he doesn't like. Tony will like ignore criticism for sure, and that is something I've definitely criticized him for. But he doesn't inherently ignore all criticism, if that makes sense. Like with Tony, it's one of those things where he 100% understands like what fans are thinking and like the fan perspective and why that's important. Whereas Triple H and TKO tend to just be like, these fucking marks online, give me your money. Like fucking Mr. Krabs up in that bitch. Like, can you imagine Triple H coming out like, ooh, money. This is Mr. Krabs. Didn't he do that? Didn't Mr. Krabs do that? Am I making that up? Like,
that's right.
Yo, actually, no, on God. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Every TKO press conference.
Folks, longtime owner Mr. Krabs is opening a new restaurant. First of all, congratulations, Mr. Krabs.
Hello, I like money.
What inspired you to build a second Krusty Krab right next door to the original?
Money.
Bruh. This is every fucking TKO WWE press conference. Hello, I like money. Whose roster is better? Top 5 current women in WWE and AEW. Whose roster overall is better? I would give an edge to AEW. I think AEW's roster is just better right now. Top 5 women in AEW: Toni Storm, Mercedes Moné, Athena, Chris Statlander, and I mean, I would have said Mariah May, but she's gone in my view. It would either be Willow as like a total package. It would be either Willow or man, a lot of people have jumped actually now. I'd put Queen Aminata in there too. I put Queen Aminata in there. In WWE, in my opinion, it's Becky. It's total package again. Stephanie, Roxanne, Bailey, and see, it's like the cutoff here. I struggle with the cutoff because I don't want to leave like my faves out, but I also don't want to like. So it's what I say. I said Bailey, Becky. God, well, let me drink some coffee. I haven't even made a dent in this coffee yet. WWE, Bailey, Becky, Roxanne, Stephanie, and Io. Boom, boom. There we go. Io. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. I just getting him on sometimes. Nintendo when they made the Switch 2. Hello, I like money. Yo, nah, that was Nintendo when they lost the Switch 2. When they lost, didn't they lose like $1 million worth of Switch 2s? That's crazy. 2 women have held both the ROH and NXT belts. Who are they? Well, the ROH belt's only been around for a while, so one of them is Roxanne for sure. NXT belt. Who else has held the NXT World Title? It's not Julia. It's not Stephanie. Who else? Am I? Okay. Wow. You have found my weakness. Like 2023 NXT. Like, hold up. Wait a minute. NXT Women's Champions. Yeah, I don't. It's not coming to me. The other one is not coming to me. Who are we talking about here? Julia, Roxanne. Wait. Oh, you might have cooked me. Bro, wait. Did I just get like, oh man, my wrestling knowledge down the toilet. Wait. Athena, I'm so fucking stupid. That's not even. I'm stupid. It's Athena. The other one is Athena. Oh my god, I'm so stupid for that. The answer is right in front of me. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you a Liv fan? Absolutely. Live free, die hard, baby. If they cancel the Saudi show, will Saudi get mad and cut ties? I do not think that they're going to cancel the Saudi show. Because I just don't see a world where Saudi Arabia gets attacked by Iran in any way. Because Iran does not want the smoke. To be honest with you, with Saudi Arabia, I don't think that they're going to do that. They've shown far more restraint than the United States or Israel has at this point. And that's not an endorsement of the Iranian regime or whatever, but it's just the truth. I think WWE is going to be fine. The Fallen Goddess. Yeah, I can't believe it. This is an insane. She has been ROH champ for nearly 1,000 days. Nearly 1,000 days. Like she has been the ROH champ for the majority of that title's history. That's wild. Omer, you should get a fade haircut. That is the plan. Don't worry. That is the plan. I've been sick. I've been like, look. Don't give me style tips. The fuck is this? Don't give me fucking style tips. Like, no. None of that now. None of that. Oh man. He a fan. Anyway. Why did I start singing that? Anyway. She will be ROH champion forever, inshallah. Hopefully ROH gets a TV deal so she can. Actually, no, I don't want her to be ROH champ forever. I want her to go to the main roster. You should wear a black suit with a red tie. What? So I can be like Hitman? Imagine a world where Roman jumps to AEW. What do you think that'll change for the company if that happens? Do you feel like they'll be able to do stadium shows? Not only will they be able to do stadium shows, they will consistently hit 1 million. If Roman is there, like, if he's there even in somewhat of a consistent manner, they're hitting 1 milli. Like, let's say he's there like every 2 weeks or something, they're hitting 1 million on Dynamite every week. I mean, just on cable. Just on cable, because like they're basically already hitting a million with Max and cable, reportedly. So it'd be crazy. Yankee Stadium time. The boyhood dream has come true. Yo, are you gonna get GTA 6, bro? I might not even be alive to see GTA 6 at this rate. That game's gonna come out in like 86 or something. Like, bro, we might not make it to GTA 6, y'all. Like, we getting World War 3 before GTA 6. We getting like what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Athena beat Roman record. I think that will actually happen. I think it's set to happen. What else we got? I mean, we do got to talk about the story of like the week. Let's talk about that. And then I'll start wrapping up a little bit. But guys, boy oh boy, big time news, because the Texas Rattlesnake himself, Stone Cold, might be making a comeback. FightfulSelect.com reported Stone Cold Steve Austin has said that he might have one more match left in him, according to claims from multiple people during WrestleMania weekend. So, the Texas Rattlesnake, arguably the greatest of all time, Stone Cold Steve Austin, said to people at WrestleMania week that he might have one more match left in him. The context behind this is very important. In the past, Stone Cold has said he feels like he finished off very well against Kevin Owens. He doesn't need anything else. His career is over. He has made that adamantly clear. WWE had reached out to him reportedly in the past for spots at like WrestleMania 40 or whatever. Stone Cold was not interested. However, it does seem like, at least according to this report, might be a little bit of the old wrestling bug for Mr. Stunning Steve. Now, do I think that Stone Cold could have one more match? I do. And I think Stone Cold is someone who, like, he is a very rare person in that he takes an insane amount of pride in what he does. He has never done anything for the money. He has never, like as far as, like, you know, doing one of these Saudi shows that he's been asked about, doing one of, like, these, like, one-off shows, like, unless he feels like, number one, he can do it physically, but also he can deliver in a way that fans feel satisfied and that it lives up to the Stone Cold name and everything. If that's not there, he's not doing it. He's made that so clear. That's why he's passed up on opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. I don't think Stone Cold says this unless he feels like he could do it. And usually his judgment on this stuff has been correct. For those of you in the chat who are asking, Stone Cold is 60 years old, turning 61 in December. So, got a little time. Mind you, Billy Gunn, I'm pretty sure, is like 62. Or like 60 as well, I should say. How old is Billy Gunn? Not the playwright, Jesus. Not Bill Gunn. Billy Gunn. Who the fuck is Bill Gunn? Shout out to Bill Gunn. But yeah, Billy Gunn is 61. And he's still doing it. So, I mean, look, Stone Cold's last match with Kevin Owens was a really, really, really good match, I thought. It wasn't like a technically masterpiece, but it was a Stone Cold good match. Brawling. He took all the bumps. He took a bump on concrete. The man was going wild in that match. It was awesome. So, I think Stone Cold Wrestling would be great. I think that, yeah, it would be great. Speaking of which, AEW did over 700,000, their second best of the year. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a big show. It was a big show. It was the first ever time that a U.S. company ran Arena Mexico. That's a major show right there. Roman versus Omega, AEW USA Fest at Yankee Stadium. Red, white, and blue ropes in outside a huge ballpark. I'll do 50,000. They cover the grass. I've sent super chat to this everywhere, man. Inshallah. Roman going to AEW will be crazy. Like, a lot of things would have to happen. But there's no way WWE would pay that man an insane amount of money. WrestleMania 38 was really good last Vince McMahon. 38 was a very good WrestleMania. Very good. I think it was like top 10, top 15 for sure. I guess if Goldberg can wrestle again, Stone Cold is like 80 times the wrestler that Bill Goldberg ever was. Like, I'm talking about 60-year-old Stone Cold. Man, oh man. But that's crazy, man. Can you tell Triple H doesn't like R-Truth? I mean, no comment, man. What can you say? What can you say, man? Let me take you. All right, what do we got? What else do we got? I guess if Goldberg can, yeah, we already read that. Yeah, heading down the home stretch here, guys. Got to go about my Sunday. What a weird time we live in. Stone Cold might be returning. What else we got? What else is there going on? Oh yeah, Fanatics Fest. That happened. What do we got? What were some WrestleTix updates? It's got AEW Collision last night doing about like 1,800. It's like decent for Collision, I guess. Monday Night Raw doing very well in Columbus, Ohio in a couple of weeks. Or is that in a couple of weeks? No, that's tomorrow. I lied. UFC, which is what I don't care about. TNA. I will be going to TNA. I forgot I was going to this. I will be going to TNA Slammiversary at UBS in a couple of weeks. So a week after All In. Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Great American Bash. 600 tickets? They'll sell out before. It's like, that's not even a 1,000-seat arena, is it? Yeah, it's like 700. They'll sell out. What else we got? SmackDown doing well. AEW Grand Slam. Do they have an All-In update? So this is from June 17th for AEW. Oh, it's the AEW 300. They've done 3,200. I saw some more there. AEW All Out. Another show I will be at in Toronto. Hopefully with Kenny Baum. Doing just about 8,000. What is this? This was Green Bay last week. Where's the last All Out? Did I skip the All Out? Or not All Out, All In? Or has WrestleTix not done an All In update in like this week at all? Doesn't look like they have. Oh wow, okay, so this is the last update, June 11th. So it's been a while since we got an All In update. There's no way. Hold up, they definitely did an All In update. I'm crashing out. Whatever. I don't care anymore. Why doesn't WWE do ballparks? Oh, they've done ballparks. Royal Rumble last year was in a ballpark. It was in Tropicana Field. They did. I think they run. They ran the Houston Astros ballpark a couple of years ago for the Royal Rumble. Like they run them for like those like secondary pay-per-views. They're doing Survivor Series this year in the San Diego Padres ballpark. Randy Orton versus Cody in the final of the King of the Ring. Hey man, let it cook. Let it cook. Tony needs to do more marketing. Yeah, I mean their marketing, it's gotten better. It's gotten a lot better, but I mean there is definitely still room to grow there. All right, guys, I have to head out. It's been a fun show. I appreciate all of you. Remember, distract yourselves, but don't allow yourselves to become distracted. I don't know. That was me trying to be very, very enlightened, but I ended up just saying a whole bunch of nothing. Anyway, say no to war. That's what I'm trying to say. Say no to war. Until next time, be happy, be healthy, and as always, keep it real.